What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the 1970 Super B build of my dreams here. And Dave and I are about to get the roof skin, get this new cowl put on, maybe a couple other things here and there, but we're in the beautiful work of this car now. We're putting new metal on. Everything's nice and primed up. If you saw this last episode, this car looks amazing, and every part along with it is 100% protected in epoxy primer. So stick along with us as we get this car one step closer to looking like a car again. Pinholes still remaining on this lower cowl, and what we don't want is any of those to exist because water is going to pass through the upper cowl slats and then it can ultimately wind up leaking on my foot, my brand new painted car. We don't want that, so we're just going through fine-tuning any little pinholes, welding them up, getting a little bit of fiberall on it. Then we've got this whole piece prepped down. I was grinding some bare metal to where we were going to make all the spot welds for the cowl. I did spraying some nice black paint on the underside of the cowl. And here you can see we're doing a little bit of wax and grease remover, making sure it's nice and clean before we spray. We noticed a couple of the slat openings on the cowl are actually a little bit dented, so we were taking the time to bend them upwards when we have this last chance to access them before we go ahead and weld it in. We can't do it again. Now just getting a little bit more paint coverage on there, looking really nice. And then we were gonna have some more fun and get that new AMD roof unboxed, and that thing was huge. Got it out and test fitted on there, and it went on so nice the first time. It was really cool to see. Oh, look at that, guys. Test fit on that new AMD roof. That thing is beautiful. We're just gonna figure out whether we're gonna try and panel bond these support braces here to it or not, because they're a little bit low and shy of the actual skin right now. We'd have to kind of bend them up to get a little more arch, give it a little more support, but look at that fit, man. That's really nice. Lays over all the areas where it needs to land beautifully. It's gorgeous.
Perfect, man.
Yeah. That's cool as hell. That's the first piece of shiny new AMD sitting on this car right now, so that's very exciting. Thanks again, AMD, by the way. You guys hooked it up. So then I got underneath the roof bows and I started pushing up at them, giving them a little bit of the shoulder fawns, bending them upwards, just get them to match right underneath that roof skin so we can go ahead and get a good panel bond to it. And after doing that little adjustment, it was already super sturdy. We were pushing down, very satisfied. You couldn't even feel the roof moving at all, so that was really cool. Dave got a little bit more prep on the holes where we were gonna be welding in that cowl, and there it is, ready to get welded in. You could see here we're marked out. Did one final little coat underneath it before we put it on, and we started getting all the flanges kind of bent up into shape together and got ready to start welding her in. And this was a little bit more tedious, a lot of kind of contours and ups and down, little low and high spots on this thing, but it still came out really nice. And we stole this thing from a 4-door donor car, if you hadn't seen that in a previous episode. So this cowl is actually donated from a different car and it looked really good. So after getting that cowl in there, now we're ready to slam this roof in and get this thing welded up. We got to just finish off a few more repairs here. Dave was getting this patch made for the seat pillar over here, it's looking really good. Then we can also get the rest of the structure underneath, but look at that thing. He got it molded up and it's fitting really nicely. It's pretty anyway. They've nailed this over here too, so that's really nice.
test fit mock up here on our rear package tray. Then we're about to drill all of our holes along the side here in the flange for spot welds on the roof skin. Get that bad girl installed. Well, that saves a lot of time in drill bits.
Don't have to resharpen this.
Oh. Look at you. So then I continued around the whole perimeter of the roof skin on that flange, just using Dave's cool metal hole puncher. And I got all of the spots drilled out essentially without having to use a drill bit, which is really nifty. And we were able to continue repairing a little bit more around the understructure and getting this thing prepped down. And Dave was tidying up the work on that C-pillar patch that he had made, which was coming along really good. And here you can see a little bit of the after of just me grinding away with my mini belt sander. So this way we can expose some bare metal around where we're gonna weld in and do all these plug welds, because you don't wanna introduce porosity into the welds by having a little bit of contamination from that paint. So by getting it a little bit cleaned up in a way, it will reduce the chances of having dirty welds and make it look really nice in the end. We got to repairing all these little structural dings, drip rails, little spots around the rest of the roof structure that was going to get locked away once we put that new skin on there. So you can see here, after I repaired that on the driver's side, looked pretty good. Dave's C-pillar repair patch is coming along really nice, getting a little bit of weld through primer on there. He also fixed his drip rail. Everything's coming out really good, getting ready for that roof skin, buzzing it in. Top of these roof bows I ground off to get some bare metal for good panel bond adhesion, and Dave was finishing up that killer C-pillar repair.
She's a view, Clark.
Good.
Just gotta flatten it out a little bit.
Yeah. And here's a reminder of a before what it looked like just a week ago. Pretty crazy. And then we got the roof skin clamped down so it wouldn't move, and we put it right back in the same spot. And then we went and lined it out with Sharpies so we knew exactly where the bows landed on the underside, so I can go ahead and grind off material for good panel bond adhesion. All right guys, so at this point we have now got all of our spot weld holes put on the roof skin. It is tapped in with just some self-tappers just so we can relocate it when we go to put it back on here. We just pulled off our clamps because we went underneath and lined out exactly where the roof bow structures are going to be located. So this way we can grind off the EDP, that black coating, so this way get a good adhesion for the panel bond that's going to bond the underside of these underside of the roof to the bows. We triple checked as we messed with these the other day. They're resting right up on there, so giving the roof really good support and structure, because you don't want those bows below the roof skin so it's flopping around and oil canning on you. So now this is set on there really good, and just check out the fitment. I mean, the flange for the AMD landing right along the perimeter there of this roof. Couldn't ask for any better. Meets right up here on both sides, right where this little notch is for where the weld seam goes. Really excited. So we're gonna pull it off, buzz off that EDP, get some panel bond on there, and start plugging and playing and zapping this thing in. Here you can see after we lined out with the Sharpie to show where the bows were, when I had ground the top of the bows, you could see the primer left a little imprint on there, which showed me exactly the spots I needed to grind off. So I got my little mini belt sander, and I just went ahead and just ground down just the area where the panel bond needed to be. I didn't want to take any more material than I needed to, because I want to leave as much of that protection on the metal as I can, so this way avoid getting any sort of rust showing up underneath the underside of my roof someday. And a little quick wipe off with some wax and grease remover to make sure we get good adhesion with the panel bond. Looking very nice. Actually pretty impressed by doing that all by hand unguided with a mini belt sander. Got those pretty straight. Narfed it a little bit. No one will ever know except for you guys watching. Davey up here with the panel bond. Yes.
I want that squish.
And that's right, we wanted to get a nice, good adhesion for this roof, because this thing is going nowhere. And this is the brand that we actually went with. Instead of 3M, this was only about $79 a tube versus like $105 for the 3M. So saved a little bit of money, and it actually worked out just as good.
I said we're getting crazy.
Yeah, we are. making sure it never comes off. And here we go, trying to put this roof on in one shot without goobing it all up, and we got it landed beautifully. Later in, lined up all of our holes from our self-tappers and started clamping this thing down and getting ready for a freaking burn-in party. Spot weld city, baby. Here we go. And here's a really cool look underneath the roof skin to the top of the roof bow. You can see that panel bond just kind of goobing out, showing that it actually kind of mashed out as we lightly put down that roof skin on there. We've got a great adhesion, and it's just a thing of beauty. Looking underneath that thing, it's gonna be nice and strong. No oil canning, it's gonna always just hold up great. And then Dave and I got busy doing our plug welds, just getting our clamps set up, moving around, so this way we weren't just doing one weld right next to the other one. We wouldn't warp the roof skin or put any sort of wrinkles into it, and just going to town, but also taking our time and having fun with it. This is just like therapy for me and him. We were just talking after we finished this about how really enjoyable it is, just kind of get in the zone, make that nice plug weld, just watch that weld pool show up in your welding mask. It's just really enjoyable, clean, fun work. Just using a body hammer to make sure I've got the roof skin laid right down upon that drip rail. Nice welds, controlling heat. Now I'm checking with my arm to make sure it's not too hot on that roof skin, because again, we don't want to warp that roof at all. Trying not to have to do any body work on there if we don't have to. You'll also notice I'm putting my body hammer down very gingerly, because if you get carried away, you start getting too fast here, start slamming your tools down and just being a little bit careless. You could start putting dents in your roof, or doing the same thing over by your cowl. You can start damaging the slats and the openings on your cowl by slamming down your tools, so you gotta pay attention. It's not just about working fast and efficient, it's also about being precise with what you're doing and having the awareness of what is going on around you. You don't want to just be slamming stuff around and dropping tools and making more work for yourself later on. You've got to be an artist and take your time as well and be aware of everything that you got going on.
Yeah, man, we are.
That's 4 2 weeks.
Think about what we've done in 3 weeks. We've done all this in 3 weeks. It's pretty damn cool. Beautiful sunset here. Beautiful man right there. Even more beautiful car right here, because we have knocked this out of the park, guys. I would say 10 out of 10. This is my first time ever doing a whole roof skin, and I believe same for you, right, Dave?
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
it was such an easy job. If this is something that you've never done before, you might look at this, of course, and say, this is a lot of freaking work. But if you're familiar with doing some metal fabrication and everything, it might seem like a big bite to take off, but it's really, honestly, relatively simple once you get all those welds broke free around the edges. And you know, you're kind of working like a gentleman, standing up and welding. You're not having to get upside down and underneath. You know, it's just clean work and just nice spot welds, just buzzing them in all the way around, just keeping the heat distributed, just, you know, skipping around so you don't warp your roof skin. And got that nice panel bond up underneath there. It's just locked in real solid. It smushed out. I think I showed earlier in the video, you could see it just got that clean bond. And you know, this thing is nice and ready. Not that we really need to do any body work on it, but if we did, you know, we wouldn't want it oil canning and anything like that. So
Going to stand on?
yeah, it probably could, honestly. It's pretty sturdy now.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're just really happy with, you know, all of our welds, the way that this whole AMD roof skin landed on here. And this is the official first piece of AMD metal on this car.
AMD right there, you guys are heroes. Thank you very much for partnering with us on this video still and hooking us up with so much metal along the way, because
You guys make killer products. This thing went on amazing, and what a win here. What a just big night for this car to have its first real big piece of metal on it. And from here, guys, as you see, we've already got the cowl as well. We'll get that rear package tray going. We can start doing rockers and floor pans, and we've even got a new trunk pan coming on the way because we determined last time that it was no good. So this car's just getting the full treatment here, and we're so happy to share all the progress with you guys along the way. So
Yes, yeah. without further ado, we appreciate you guys hanging out with us, and we will catch you on the next episode.
See ya.